This is something I'm really excited about trialing for my schedule for my week. And as a projector in Enneagram 3, this is what it's saying is perfect for me. And if you're an Enneagram 3 and a projector, I really think you're going to resonate with this. So what has been happening this last few weeks and what I've felt for my whole entire life since starting my business is this friction between being in flow and enjoying what I'm doing, and then also having structure and organization. And basically, today I just came on Claude and I said, look, I've been really loving the content I've been posting, but then there's some days where I feel like I'm getting out of the enjoyment of that. And I diagnosed the problem is because I was trying to control everything and have everything structured. So what Claude has essentially told me is what's going on is, as a projector, you're not designed to have consistent motor energy pushing through a structured day. When you try and force structure onto flow, you're borrowing generator energy and it drains you. When you try to stay in pure flow with no structure, your Enneagram 3 panics because it can't measure progress. So you oscillate between the two and neither feels right. And that's where I've been, and it's super annoying. That I need to have everything perfect and organized feeling isn't productivity. It's your Enneagram 3 survival mechanism. When you feel uncertain about income or progress, the Enneagram 3 grabs for control through organization. And if you're an Enneagram 3, you'll resonate with that. It feels like being responsible, but it's actually you squeezing the life out of the energy that was flowing. That's what I've been feeling today in the last couple of days when I try and organize things too much in terms of my content. But at the same time, if I'm just too in flow and there's no structure there, I feel like I just don't feel in control, right? And I want control of my life. The truth, as a projector, you're not designed to work 8 hours in a structured day. You're designed to work 2 to 4 hour bursts of deep aligned focus, then rest, integrate, and wait for the next wave of clarity. This is interesting. The structure isn't the schedule. The structure is knowing what your priorities are so that when the flow hits, you channel that into the right thing instead of scattered energy. Interesting. So in practice, what it's saying is, and I love this, think of it as a container in water. The container is your structure, your 3 content types, your weekly targets, your 5 DMs a day, your posting schedule. And this is obviously personal to me. You set the container once. You don't rebuild it every morning. That's already done. Then the water is your flow. Which of those things you do today, in what order, for how long, that changes based on energy. Some mornings you wake up and you want to film 7 reels, do it. Some mornings you wake up and you want to journal and write a long caption, do that. Some mornings you wake up and your energy is closed, tight, controlling. On those mornings, do the mechanical stuff, schedule posts, send DMs, organize files. Don't try and create from that energy, it won't be good. And this really makes sense because how I do it now is I will have a repeating structure and I will do the same things on each Monday, each Tuesday, each Wednesday, for example, each Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I do the same things. Wednesday morning is working on the business. Monday morning is finance, those types of things. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change it so I have the priorities. Essentially, let's call it the container for the week. But then what I will do is on different days, depending on how I feel, I will do those things to maximize the effectiveness because my energy is going to be in different energies. So the daily practice, I journal every morning. So now part of my morning journal will be checking with my energy. I'll ask myself, am I in creative energy? So therefore film, write, record, or mechanical energy? Schedule, organize, outreach, admin. Then do what matches. Don't force creative work when you're in mechanical energy and don't waste creative energy on admin. So I'm doing this to be super efficient and super productive with my energy. And in trying this, as of implementing this going forwards, I'm going to see if it will balance and keep me in better balance of feeling in control because I've got structure, but at the same time, staying in the enjoyment and flow of the work I'm doing. So if you're an Enneagram 3 and you're a projector, I really hope that resonates.